The Oscars are this weekend, so let's talk about all the celebrities that are banned from the prestigious award show. Now, we obviously have to talk about Will Smith. He's the most recent person who's been banned from the Oscars. What happened? Well, in 2022, Will slapped presenter Chris Rock on live television. Chris made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith, Will's wife, and her hair, which Will did not like because Jada had been quite open about struggling with alopecia. After the joke, Will got out of his seat and got on stage and slapped Chris Rock. He then went back to his seat and continued to yell, "Keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth." "Wow, dude," Chris said, "it was a G.I. Jane joke." And then Will repeated, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth." Viewers and audience members were confused as to whether this was a sketch or real, but as the night went on, it was clear that it was real and everyone went crazy over it. I mean, social media was ablaze. Now, during the show, the Oscars never addressed the incident. Now, Will was actually nominated for an Oscar, and after the slap, about an hour later, when his category was announced and his name was called, a mix of cheers and boos could be heard in the theater. Then, Will actually won the award. Some celebrities stood and clapped for him, while others were just unsure how to react. In his speech, he said, "I want to be a vessel for love. I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all my fellow nominees. Art imitates life. I looked like the crazy father, just like they said about Richard Williams. But love will make you do crazy things," he added, concluding, "Thank you. I hope the Academy invites me back." Now, when the show ended, he and Jada hurried past reporters, not answering any questions. It seemed like they were going to deal with this PR disaster the next day. But half an hour after the show ended, the Academy issued a statement on Twitter. "The Academy does not condone violence of any form. Tonight we are delighted to celebrate our 94th Academy Award winners who deserve this moment of recognition from their peers and movie lovers around the world." Now, eventually it was announced that Will was banned from the Oscars for 10 years. In 2018, Polish director Roman Polanski was officially expelled from the Academy due to some crimes that he had committed. In 1978, he fled the United States after pleading guilty to a horrific crime. Now, although he had learned that a judge would most likely offer him a plea bargain, he fled and exiled himself to Europe. Now, he's since stayed in Europe, where he has continued to make films, where he's also been accused of committing even more crimes. Now, during his career in the United States, he received 5 Academy nominations, but he only won once for Best Director for The Pianist. Although reports about him and what he did were public knowledge, Roman received a standing ovation at the 2003 Academy Awards. Now, he did not accept his Oscar in person because if he was in the States, he would get arrested. So Harrison Ford took it and presented it to him 5 months later. Now, despite the allegations, Roman received Oscar nominations for The Pianist and Tess after he left the States. But he wasn't expelled from the Academy until the organization reflected on his actions decades later. Yeah, now the lawyer also added when that award was given, everyone knew about the offense, it wasn't a secret, and all of a sudden, they turn on him and expel him without a hearing. I think they thought this was an easy one, an 84-year-old director's not going to fight it, right? Well, in the end, Roman was not reinstated and he's still banned, so all of his efforts were for nothing. And finally, we have Paris Hilton. In 2008, Paris was reportedly banned from the Oscars. Now, it was never confirmed, but a source at the time spoke out about it. She cried hot, salty tears when she was banned from the Oscars. She's desperate to be taken seriously as an actress and hopes she'd be able to network with the film bods. Now, it was also rumored that she spent $2 million on a dress for the event, one that she would never get to wear. The source then added that Paris may try to get into after-show parties, but will probably have to go incognito. She's tempted to go to the parties afterwards, but might wear her trademark brunette wig to save her dignity. Yeah, Paris was extremely embarrassed about the whole thing, and I would be too if I were her. Now, did you hear that Kevin Hart was banned from the Oscars? Now, it feels like this is just super random, but it did actually happen. You see, after being announced as the host for the 2019 Academy Awards, Kevin publicly stepped down from the gig when a series of his old homophobic tweets resurfaced. Now, why people still have their old problematic tweets still up? I have no clue. Now, within hours after his hosting gig was announced, Twitter users began reposting the star's former tweets and jokes, saying that because he had never apologized for his homophobic jokes, he should therefore not be allowed to host the Oscars. Now, after 2 days of online scrutiny, he finally broke his silence and posted a video to Instagram. In it, he explained that the Academy had delivered an ultimatum: publicly apologize for the tweets or step down. Now, to the surprise of many, Kevin refused to apologize. I choose to pass on the apology. The reason why I passed is I've addressed this several times. I've said where the rights and wrongs were. I've said who I am now versus who I was then. I've done it. I'm not going to continue to go back. We feed on internet trolls and reward them. I'm not going to do it, man. I'm going to be me. I'm going to stand my ground. Regardless, Academy, I'm thankful and appreciative for the opportunity. If it goes away, no harm, no foul. Now, him refusing to apologize just caused more anger online. I mean, what he said was horrible, and honestly, who cares if he already apologized? People were hurt by his words, and even though he claimed that he changed and doesn't think that way anymore, as he claimed, not apologizing was a red flag, and honestly, a huge mistake on his part. But I do think the Academy made the right decision to have someone else take his place, because they would have gotten such bad PR if he stayed on hosting. All the attention would have gone towards him instead of the nominees and winners. Actor Carmine Caridi was actually the first person ever to be expelled from the Academy, so if he was still around today, he would not be let into the event. Now, he never earned an Oscar nomination, but he was an active voter, well, until he was banned. Now, what happened? Well, in January 2004, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences announced that copies of multiple nominated titles were circulating illegally online. Now, the Academy identified that a voter had leaked these films because of a defining watermark. An FBI investigation revealed that the actor had shared unauthorized copies of several Oscar-nominated movies, including The Last Samurai, Mystic River, Big Fish, Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World, and Something's Gotta Give. Which, you know, is illegal. Now, maybe they would have forgiven him, fined him, whatever, but the FBI actually found out that he had leaked the nominated films for at least 3 different years. So who's to say that he wouldn't do it again? So he wasn't actually even just banned. In the end, he was expelled from the Academy. And let me just say, if the tapes had the Academy's watermark on it, how did he think that he wouldn't get caught? I mean, that's crazy. Now, in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, he admitted to making copies for people, including his brother and sister, and insisted that everyone does it. Now, he also confessed to sending his screeners to a friend named Russell Sprague, and the FBI offered him immunity in exchange for naming Sprague, who was then arrested and charged with criminal copyright infringement. The actor was then sued by both Columbia Pictures and Warner Bros. And was ordered to pay the maximum penalty of $300,000 plus attorney's fees to each studio. Well, that's all for our list of celebrities banned from the 2025 Oscars. Now, who else do you think should be banned? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I'm your host, Emily, and we'll see you next time. Peace.